म चाहिँ रेलिङ समातेर बसिरहेको थिएँ, हल्ला धरेर भाँचियो के। धरेर भाँचिसकेपछि हामी तल झऱ्यौँ, तल आइपुग्यौँ क्या, भुइँमा आइपुग्यौँ। त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ अनि पछि स्थानीय बासिन्दाहरूले चाहिँ, प्रहरीहरूले चाहिँ उद्धार गरेर चाहिँ हस्पिटल अगाडि लगेर चाहिँ सुताइरहेको रहेछ।
Sanjeev Shrestha still shivers when he talks about his ordeal. He fell from Darara, actually along with Darara, during the April 25, 2015 earthquake. He miraculously survived with the help of rescuers, involving locals and security force personnel. He gives credit to them for his new life. Shrestha was not alone though. Local people who rushed to the affected sites, together with thousands of personnel from security forces, rescued thousands of people immediately after the massive shake. Some of the major initiatives taken by the government in disaster preparedness, response and risk reduction programs at the community level, and search and rescue trainings at different levels for many years finally came to fruition. It was the local people themselves who came as the first responders, as in case of all disasters. The families and community members immediately started retrieving and rescuing those who were trapped. They rescued those buried under the collapsed structures with the help of locally available shovels, pickaxes, spades, sickles, and pieces of wood. All levels of government came together and volunteers joined in the search, rescue, and treatment. Cadres of political parties and representatives of various organizations also played an important role.
र यो ठुलो विपद थियो जसले चाहिँ धेरै मानिसहरूको मृत्यु भयो, प्रभावित भए र सँगसँगै अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको सहयोग पनि त्यतिकै मात्रामा प्राप्त भयो भने राष्ट्रिय सङ्घ संस्थाहरू जुन डिजास्टर गभर्नेन्समा काम गर्ने सरकार, निजी क्षेत्र, नागरिक समाज सबै बीचको सहकार्य र सौहार्दतापूर्ण वातावरणमा हाम्रा सुरक्षाकर्मीहरू सँगसँगै तालिम प्राप्त जनशक्ति र त्यसको परिचालनको लागि सरकारले लिएको इनिसिएसन र लोकल लेभलमा विपद व्यवस्थापनको लागि नेपाल सरकारले ल्याएका कार्यक्रमहरू नै महत्त्वपूर्ण थिए, जसले गर्दा समयमै भूकम्प पछिको जुन विपद थियो त्यसलाई सहज रूपले व्यवस्थापन गर्न सकेको थियो.
As the national capacity was not adequate for quick response to meet the magnitude of the devastation, the government called for international support. As a result, 134 international search and rescue teams from 34 countries flew in immediately and provided their expert assistance in the post-earthquake search and rescue. The Nepal Army, which is well equipped to deal with emergencies of such magnitude, began an operation called Sankat Mochan. It was a massive operation of search, rescue, and relief. Thousands of personnel from the armed police force and the Nepal police were mobilized and worked day and night to rescue the victims.
We are members in almost all the committees from local level to provincial level and at the central level, where our senior leadership participates in disaster response, disaster mitigation, coordination mechanisms. After the involvement in disaster response post-earthquake scenario, Nepali Army has learned many lessons and they have been documented thoroughly. And we have realized the importance of interagency coordination and other coordinating mechanisms and necessity for tabletop exercises as well as physical exercises, joint exercises with the all type of stakeholders in coordinating disaster response. So these are the major takeaway from our response to the earthquake in Nepal.
The role of hospitals and medical professionals was highly commendable. Special supply arrangements were made in all hospitals to prevent shortages of necessary health supplies and medicines and free treatment. Prior to the earthquake, some health institutions had been conducting rehearsals on how to manage and effectively treat injured in emergencies. Due to this, effective treatment of the injured was possible even during the chaotic situation. The rescue of the injured was the initial priority, but at the same time the bodies of the deceased had to be managed as well. Post-disaster corpse management was carried out at the local level under the leadership of the Nepal police. Free firewood for cremation was provided by the Ministry of Forest and Soil Conservation in all districts. In addition, the government provided necessary clothing and temporary shelters to those who lost their homes.
Building on the lessons from the 2015 earthquake response, the National Disaster Reduction and Management Authority, the Ministry of Home Affairs, and other relevant ministries and departments across all three levels of governance, including the district disaster management committees, we're working on undertaking an emergency preparedness response assessment to really look at existing systems, existing equipment, existing stockpiles and supplies to be effectively prepared for such future disaster events.
The massive earthquake of 2015 took thousands of lives and damaged billions of rupees worth of property. However, it has also sent an alarm to be prepared for any disaster in the future, as Nepal is one of the most vulnerable countries in terms of earthquake and other natural disasters. Hence, we need to learn from past disasters and prepare for future events. And that would be possible only if the government prepares the ground to involve all relevant sectors during a crisis.